Moving on to now making restaurant style green gravy. It's very simple to make. It's very fresh because we're using coriander and spinach. The color is spectacular and it's not as complicated as it looks. Let's start. For a green gravy, we'll be needing washed, roughly chopped spinach and coriander. This is where we get the color and flavor from. For the heat, we need green chilies because we are not going to use red chili powder here. We are not going to use any dry spices as in red chili powder or turmeric powder here. We're going to need cashews soaked in milk so that we can get that body for the gravy, the thickness that we want. We're going to use garlic, ginger and chopped onions. These are the base ingredients for our green gravy. I'm starting with soaking approximately 10 cashews in milk. Use room temperature or warm milk for soaking your cashews. Let it sit aside for 1 hour till your cashews soften, and then we'll puree it with our coriander and spinach. In a pan, take 1 spoon of oil and 1 spoon of ghee. Add cumin seeds. Let it splatter and turn slightly golden brown. Once the cumin seeds are slightly brown and they have released the aroma, add roughly chopped garlic cloves, a small piece of ginger, I'm adding 1 green chili here. You can add more if you want. Add 1 chopped onion. What I'm showing you here is a 1-pot curry. Everything goes in the pan, then everything goes in the blender and it's ready. This curry is easier to make. Why? Because whatever that we use in this gravy cooks really fast. Spinach and coriander have almost 80 to 90% of water and cooks super fast when heated. Once our onions are a little brown, I'm going to add the required amount of salt. And I'm going to add our soaked spinach and coriander. You can blanch these beforehand. Blanching is a process where you put your spinach leaves in a pot of boiling water and get them out after 2 minutes. If you don't intend to make a puree, you can even then soak them in ice to retain the green color. Spinach and coriander cooks really fast. If you can see, the volume in the pan looks as if your pan is full. After 2 minutes, you will see that they are reduced and they are less than half in quantity. Let it sit for 2 minutes. Give it a mix every once in a while. If you can see, your spinach is already wilted. Spinach and coriander release a lot of water. We are not going to burn off the water here. It is up to you if you want to burn off the water. You can burn off the water. I'm going to use this water for my curry because it has a lot of nutritional value. I'm going to add a little bit of garam masala here. If sometimes there's a little hack, if you cannot find garam masala or you're out of stock of garam masala in your house, you can use pav bhaji masala. But always and always make sure you don't use truckload of garam masala in these gravies. We don't want our gravies to be tasting of garam masala. We want them to be tasting of the ingredients, the vegetables that we've added in them. Can you see, as I said, everything is wilted. Your spinach, your coriander, everything has shrunk. It's 1/4 of the size of what we'd added. I'm going to bring the gas on a high flame, burn a bit of water, cook them off a little. There's an additional step. Spinach is known to be slightly pungent, so you can add tad a bit of sugar here. There's a little tip here. Whenever you're cooking spinach, spinach has slight pungency. Add a small spoon of sugar. We don't want sugar to add sweetness, but this sugar will help you cut the pungency of your spinach. This has cooked off. I'm going to switch off the gas now. Whenever cooking spinach, make sure you don't overcook it, otherwise you will lose the vibrant green color. Let it sit and cool down for 5 minutes before we add it to the blender. Here I have taken a fistful, a tightly packed fistful of spinach, would be approximately 200 grams of spinach and 150 grams of coriander. This is for 2 servings. Spread it in your pan so that it cools off faster. Take a blender. Your cashews have been sitting for 1 hour, they've soaked nicely. Add the cashew and milk to the pan. Add your cooked spinach coriander mixture to the pan and blitz it. If you are short of cashews, you can even use melon seeds. A lot of people use melon seeds. Ideally, cashews bring that creaminess. The purpose of adding cashews is to add richness, creaminess, texture to your gravy. It brings great body. If you are short of it, you can use melon seeds. I'm going to blend it now. A green gravy is ready. It looks absolutely spectacular. The color green is so vibrant, so fresh. Now let's do an additional tempering, and we can even add a little cream if we want to this. Heat a pan, add 1 spoon of ghee. If you must have seen in all our recipes, we've not added additional extra grease. Grease makes all your dishes a little heavy. So if you eat little, you feel full. Green gravies are usually a little spicy in restaurants. As you can see, our ghee is hot. I'm gonna add chopped chilies to bring out that extra hot flavor. I'm gonna add a small stick of cinnamon. Some chopped garlic. 1 small cardamom, 2 cloves to release the aroma. Now I'm gonna add our blended gravy to this. It has retained the beautiful fresh green color. If you overcook this, it becomes grey, tad a bit grey, it becomes slightly dull. We are not going to cook it too much here also. We want to retain the freshness. If you like your green gravy to be slightly creamy, it's an optional step of adding fresh cream to it. I'm adding not too much, say maybe 2 spoons of cream for the added richness. I'm going to add very little water because this gravy doesn't need more water at this stage. My mother always used to tell me that rinse off your blender. There's so much of your curry which is already stuck in the blender. Rinse it off. This is a 2-step process. It cleans your blender also. Of course, halfway, not thoroughly. And you are making the optimum usage of the gravy that you just made and reducing wastage also. Always listen to your mothers. They're always right. I'm going to bring this gravy to boil and shut the gas down in 5 minutes. My gravy is ready. It looks the right texture, the thickness, perfect. I'm going to switch off the gas. I'm going to serve it in a bowl. This is the texture that we are looking for. And if you feel sometimes that your gravy is a little runny, keep it in the gas for 5 more minutes to make sure the water burns off. And also always remember that these gravies have cashews and cream, so they will thicken if they are sitting for a while on your shelf, they will thicken. The green gravy is ready. Serve it with mixed vegetables or paneer. It's good to go. A restaurant style green gravy is ready. Very delicious, very easy, and also very nutritional. This gravy is actually considered a little spicy because green is associated with a lot of like Hyderabadi biryani. That is always on the spicier side. But you can always have your own version. Never add red chili powder to it. Always add green chili to it so that we make sure that color doesn't get disturbed at all.